This is Maddie, welcome back to my channel. Filmed a video in a very long time. It's the same old story. Basically, I just want to keep this account for memories and only requested videos, so if you have any requested videos, just let me know. I've also just been really busy and crazy. I've recently moved schools and just trying to get that all organized. I filmed at least about 10 videos from the last time I posted until now, but I just haven't had the motivation to edit them, and they weren't really good content. It was just me more putting out content for the sake of it, not really content that I enjoy, which is like what I don't want to do. I only want to put out content if you guys are willing to watch it. So yeah, basically if you have any video requests, please let me know. I've recently changed my room. I don't know if you can see the background. Those walls were very empty. I have done like a new makeup routine. Just like let me know any videos that you want to see. On that note, a lot of things have changed. I've dyed my hair half pink, half ginger, half pink. I only did that recently though, and it's semi-permanent. As I said, I've changed my whole makeup style. I've changed my whole wardrobe and my dress style and my room, and I recently got braces also. Like a lot has changed. And because I've moved, I have way more time to actually film and sit down and edit a video because my school hours are much shorter. But let me know anything that you'd like to see, and without further ado, let's get on with this video. Oh, I also got a new piercing. Look how cute she is. This has probably been requested for the last 2.5-ish years, 2 years, and it is how I edit my Instagram pictures. If you don't know my Instagram feed, here's a little brief look at it. It's basically blue and I completely love it. I also did a little effect where there's like a tear in the feed, but obviously it only lines up once I have all 3 photos and it's all even. But even when it's not, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, people have been asking me for the longest time how I edit my Instagram pictures, and I've always been like, I'll film a YouTube video on it, but then I never do. And it's gotten to the point where I'm like, you know what, let me just sit down, so if someone asks me, I can just refer them to this video. And yeah, also another reason why I didn't want to do it is because I know people would copy me, and I have something against that. I don't know, but I've gotten much better with that, and I must just take it as a compliment. So yeah, by all means do this if you want to, but I will know you got it from me. So today I'm going to be showing you how I plan my feed, how I edit my pictures, and all the apps that I use. So I hope that you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see, as I keep on repeating. And without further ado, let's start. I'm just going to put my screen on the video over here. As you can see, my phone has changed quite a lot since the last time I showed you it, which was in 2018 when I first got it on my what's on my iPhone video. So let me know if you want another video like that, and I'll do it for you. So again, here's a little brief overview of my Instagram. I really like it. You can see the little rip over there. So yeah, I'm going to be showing you how I use my filters and how I edit this. What I'm going to be doing is I have 3 photos that are going to be references for this. The one I've already edited and I'm going to show you a before and after. Then the other one, I'm going to do the whole process with you from when I first take the photos right to when I post it. I'm not going to actually post it, but I'll show you it. And then the very last one, I'm going to be doing the same thing, but it's going to be a speed through the same process that I just explained to you, so you can see another reference of it. Here's an example of what the original photo would look like on my Instagram feed. I basically just take this on my iPhone 8 Plus. There you can see, and then this, if I swipe, is the finished product. And obviously this I would post to my Instagram, which I have done right over here. So yes, as you can see, I basically make the background black and white, add a blue filter onto it, and then occasionally edit my face just to make it look more presentable. My sister actually edited her face on this, so my doings is not that with how her face looks different. Yeah. But let's start with the actual process of how I do this. So I took these photos yesterday. They're very out of my comfort zone, but I basically just tried this new hairstyle and makeup style, and I got some photos, so I'm gonna choose some good ones and edit them with you guys. As you can see, there's a hell of a lot of photos. I basically just go through them and cut down to the ones that I like and dislike. I'm just going to speed through this part because it's pretty tedious and not really important for me to show you the whole process. When I take photos, I also usually get inspiration from Pinterest or other people's Instagram photos. And I use this Instagram feed layout, which I'll show you later, this app, and basically I just lay them out and decide like which type of photos I should post where. And yeah, I'm like very picky with my Instagram, and people are always like, why do you put so much time and effort into it? But it's like super therapeutic for me, so that is why I do it. So yeah, these photos I didn't have a reference for, I just felt like doing this one pose. So yeah, but other times I have like reference photos. So for example, there'll be like a photo of a person like with a mirror selfie, and then they'll have like little stickers in the background, and I'll like try recreate that but with my own twist, if that makes sense. Just so I don't have like the same selfie after selfie after selfie, you know what I mean? Like it changes up your Instagram. So I'm gonna quickly go through these and choose my favorites. Okay, so I've just been through them and I've chosen my favorites. I've got this one, which I think is going to be the cover photo. It's very out of my comfort zone, but I think it's pretty cool. This one I'm just keeping because I like it. I'm not actually going to use it. And then this one will probably be the second one because I have a lighter lipstick and I just felt like throwing that in there also. So the second step that I do is I go into the app PixArt. Over here you're just going to go to the plus and go to all photos and then choose the photo that you want to import. So I'm first starting with this photo, then I go to the tools, which is next to gold right at the bottom, and then I go to adjust. Over here it gives basically the basic like contrast and clarity and saturation, hue, etc, etc. So I go to saturation. Please excuse the stupid dog barking in the background. I basically put this all the way down to 100, so it's gray. And then I go into the top middle-ish, but to the right corner there's like a little eraser tool. It's like looks like a domino, kind of black and white. I'm sure you can see it. I tap on that and it gives you all these options, and I click on background because I want the background to be black and white or gray. And there you go, it does it all for you. Sometimes I will have to go in, for example, like over here you can see it's kind of taken away some of the color of my hair, and you basically restore brings back the gray. So if like it's taken something out of the background, for example, if it's like made the wall like that a little bit back to the original color, you can go to restore, basically just go lightly over there and fill that in like so. For me, I'm going to go to erase because I want the color to come back, and I'm basically just going to lightly go over there and bring back some of the color. Like over here on my arm you can see it's a bit gray. And here is the problem I just realized. When I take photos, I typically like to have elements of blue in there because obviously my feed is blue. Whether that be a shirt that I'm wearing, or my eyeshadow is blue, or have like an object, or like I'm at the beach and the background is blue. I can not have something that is blue in the photo, like the photo of my sister and I, there's nothing blue there, but like it just looks better if there is something blue. So for example, on my shirt is purple. I don't want that. My feed is basically blue, white, black and gray. So I go into restore and I go over my shirt. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly do that. It's quite a long process, but it's worth it. So I just finished editing them and here they are. You can see it's very gray, and that's why usually when I do plan to take photos, as I said, I wear black, white, gray or blue. It's quite gray, but it's fine. But you can see over here on the shirt I left in some of the blue details, so that will also help with the whole blue aspect of it. Once I've edited on PixArt, I go into Facetune, and over here I basically just go and smooth out my skin because I don't know if you can see, I got this like scar on my nose over there, and just yeah, not a vibe. So I basically just use the first tool and just lightly go over my face. Then I go into patch and just check if I have any pimples like over there, and I basically just cover up some pimples like that. You can see I also use this if like there's something in the photo that I don't want that's small, if that makes sense. Like say I've got, I don't know, in the background like a speck of dust or something like that, I'll like use this tool to just take that out. Then I go into tones, and over here I occasionally go to my eye and just choose a color and just do like one stripe over there. It just like makes the darker parts, it takes like the lighter parts of my eye and puts it to like the darker parts, like the shadows. I don't know, I just do that sometimes if like the photo is pretty dark. It doesn't do that much of a difference, but I sometimes also take the tool and go to like my nose highlights and just again do like 1 or 2 stripes over there, maybe in the inner corner. Then I also sometimes go into details and go into my eyelashes, and this basically just like obviously makes it more detailed, so it makes them like darker and stuff. I don't know if you can see. So if I take a photo in like really bad lighting and the whites of my eyes look like a bit like gray or yellow, I'll use the whitening tool to just do this, like go a little bit in like that, or like there, like that. You can see it makes it more white. So here's like before, here's an after. So yeah, I just enhance the beauty, I don't change it. So yeah, here's the other photo that I did. So I'm basically just gonna do the same thing. Okay, so here I'm done. Here's a before, here's an after. You can see, let me zoom in. Yeah, so then I save that to my camera roll and I go into the app Lightroom. This I mainly only use if there's blue in the photo, because this basically changes the blue from whatever color it is to like the same shade of blue, if that makes sense. So it makes like my feed more the same. So I just call it yes, I don't know. So you can like look at the blue, it's more like a tealy blue. So here's like the before, here's the after. It's not much of a difference on this one, but like on other photos it just makes the colors more the same. Here's the stuff that I use for the preset. You can just pause and save it. I think that's it for this. So yeah, then once I've done that, I go into the iconic Visco. I import the photos and go to editing, and I scroll all the way to filter C6. This is a filter that you have to buy, but I just screenshot and it stays exactly the same. So here's like the difference of the filters. I don't put it all the way to 12. If I have a photo with elements of blue in it, I'll put it down to 2. If I have a photo with no elements of blue in it, I'll put it down to 4, just because otherwise it looks weird if there's a lot of blue in it and I put this up really high. But for this, I'm gonna put it on to 4 because there's not that much blue. Then I go into the little lines there and I'll like play around with like the contrast, the clarity, all that stuff. But now I'm pretty happy with how it looks. So I'm just gonna go straight into white balance, go to -1 usually, or like around about there. And then I'll go to skin tone and put it on +1. Or around about there, and then I'll occasionally put a grain on it. I think I'm gonna put a grain on this one. I'll put it at 4 maybe, yeah, 4. So here's a before and here's an after. It just gives it like a blue tint and stuff. And then I'll just screenshot this and then I'll go and crop it in my camera roll later. And I do the exact same for the other photo. C6 down to 4 in this case, temperature down to 1 or around about there, skin tone up to 1 or around about there, grain for this one I usually play around. I'm gonna put it on 4, screenshot. Really easy, really simple once you get the hang of it and you do it all the time. And then I go into my camera roll and basically I crop it. I go to edit. I think you can also get all these apps on Android if I'm not mistaken, so that's pretty good. So here's the photos edited. They would have been much better if there was elements of blue in them, but that's the gist of how I edit my photos. So yeah, and then I go on to my feed planner, which is called UNUM. I don't know, it's recently updated and I'm gonna be honest, it's not as good as it was. It's a bit glitchy, but it still does the trick, it still works. I've been using this for so long, and basically on here you can plan your feed and you can like move photos around, switch them around, see where you want to put them. So over here, as you can see, here's the photo where I wanted to put it. I also do this to see and try and decide like to try and also decide what I want to be the cover photo. So I'll be like, oh okay, let's put this here, okay, that's what it'll look like kind of on my feed. And then say I want like this one to be the cover photo, I'll look and be like, okay, yeah, that's what it'll kind of look like on my feed. So yeah, out of these two I'll decide which one I want the most, but basically just move them around. These photos that I'm showing now should already be on my feed as I post this or when I post this, so go like them. But yeah, so excuse the left because that has no photo in there, but that is what it's gonna look like on my feed. Here's some other extra apps if you're wondering what I use. I have Gizmo, and I also have Photo Retouch. Like what I said for Facetune, I would edit out like a little speck of dust, but in this case it's for bigger things. So for example, these photos, I don't think I can get the originals, but there were trees in the background and I didn't want that because I'd have to like gray them out and it'll just look weird. But if I take a photo of me now, like so, and say for example I really don't want this vinyl, stupid example, in the background, I'll just go and like circle it, do that, and say go, and then it'll edit, sorry, ignore the little line there, it'll edit it out a bit for me, and I can go back again and just like edit this line out, and there you go, that vinyl is like completely gone. Yeah, I think that's the gist of it. I don't think I'm going to be, I was planning to go through these photos of mirror selfies and edit those with you guys, but I think you got the gist of it. You can always go back and you can always message me on Instagram and ask me questions if you're very confused. But that is the gist of how I edit my Instagram pictures. It seems quite long, but once you do it for a long time, literally you saw how I did it, the one thing, I did it in under a minute. Like it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it.
Hey guys, Editing Maddie popping in real quickly. I'm not too sure if I already mentioned this, but if you want me to do a little tutorial on how I did the tear in my Instagram feed, then just let me know.
So yeah, I think that's the gist of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, if you have any more questions, please don't feel afraid to message me on Instagram. You've seen my Instagram, don't forget to go follow me and hype up my photos because yeah. Also, as I've been saying, please leave video suggestions because I only want to do videos that you guys want to watch. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video. Bye guys.